You're in bed, on your phone, scrolling from one social media post to the next. I mean, heck, you did the same exact thing last morning, but you can't really recall any specific post from that time. It's all just kind of a blur to you. Then bam, the door flings open and a figure enters the room. Like any normal human being in this situation, you freak out, believing that someone's about to rob you or kidnap you or worse. Maybe they've come to talk politics. But upon closer inspection, an even scarier realization occurs. This person is you, almost like you're looking into a mirror. They're a straight-up clone. Something's different though. They have an incredible body. It's as if a Greek statue took off their head and swapped it with yours. And after this confrontation, they finally speak. Look at you. You could have a body like this, but here you are wasting away. Now before you defend yourself, the figure makes a proposition. Just say the word and we could trade bodies. You can take this incredible physique for yourself. What do you say? Well guys, what do you say to that? Hello and welcome to Philosophy Tunes, the channel that still needs sponsors. Please just send me free stuff, I don't even want the money. Now, I made 2 past videos on philosophy and working out. One in favor and one a bit more complicated. So with this video, we're going to be giving some points to team physical exercise, coming from none other than Socrates. Well, obviously not 100% confirmed Socrates, because he didn't write anything, but this is coming from Xenophon, the Greek philosopher and historian who wrote this, the Memorabilia, a collection of, essentially, memories of Socrates. We could compare Xenophon's representation of Socrates to Plato's in another video, because the two are pretty different and that's interesting in itself. Anyway, in Book 3, Part 12, Socrates runs into one of his friends, Epigenus, and pretty much tells him that he's out of shape. And Epigenus, whose name sounds like a medical condition, admits that he's not doing any physical training. Now Socrates goes on a bit of a tangent about being physically capable when it comes to war, but seeing as how many of you may not be in the military, this part probably isn't very relevant to you. However, Socrates follows up with this. Because our city does not practice military training in public, that is no reason for neglecting it in private, but rather a reason for making it a foremost care. So Socrates sees value in physical training outside the military, and his reasons are going to take up the rest of the video. He first argues that there aren't any downsides to having a physically athletic body. For be you assured that there is no contest of any sort, nor any transaction, in which you will be worse off for being well prepared in body. And in fact, there is nothing which men do for which the body is not a help. Alright, so 2 points are being made here. Number 1, that there are no downsides of having a good body. And number 2, that we use our body for everything we do. Therefore, it'd be good to have a capable body. So as for point 1, you might say that a downside of having a good physical body would be the amount of time and effort required to get that body. Now some of us actually enjoy the grind and the work, but I totally understand if you think it's a big time waster. But when someone argues that the time and effort required for a good body is a downside of having a good body, that focuses on the means of acquiring the body, not the body itself as an end. Think about it instead like the intro of this video. If you could snap your fingers and instantly get a good physique, then what are the downsides? I can't think of much personally, except that you might get unwanted attention. I was walking to a Red Robin once, and a very bizarre thing happened. This 4-door sedan, each seat filled with a middle-aged lady, came driving past me and one of them yelled out, "Nice ass." It felt like it was right out of a movie. That's a possible downside of having a good physique. Not that my physique in that specific area is especially worked out, haven't been doing much squats lately. Besides that, I could only really think of benefits when it comes to having a good physique. But even so, I guess we should address the fact that it does take time and effort to get that body. So first off, if time is the concern, then working out might increase your lifespan by having your body more healthy. In addition to that, if you're ever in a life-threatening scenario, I don't know about you, but I'd rather have a physically capable body than not in order to survive that scenario. So in these 2 ways, working out might increase our time on this earth. Also, let's not cap here either. We all waste time. We aren't scheduling every minute of our day to be in 100% productivity. So let's not let some unrealistic concern for time stop us from working out. As for the effort involved, I kinda see it as a positive. I mean, for one, exercise is so diverse, so if there's one way of working out that doesn't appeal to you, then there's many other options. Also, you feel good about yourself when you work out, and this reflects not only on your mental health, but your social confidence. So I've usually been a scrawny guy, but a couple months after I started working out, I felt comfortable even going shirtless at this pier, right? Now there was this girl sunbathing there too. A 10 out of 10. I'm talking the classic blonde sorority girl that you might see in the movies. Now old me, I wouldn't have approached, I'm gonna be honest. But that working out mindset me went over and got a date for that same night. Hopefully that story doesn't make it sound like I'm bragging or anything, but rather I hope it helps you to see how this time and effort is actually really worth it, not only for that physique, but for that mindset as well. It can change and benefit the rest of your life outside of the gym. Alright, so that's Socrates' first point. His second point is a little more debatable. Here's a reminder for you guys. In fact, there is nothing which men do for which the body is not a help. Okay, so he's generally right, even if we can think of a lot of exceptions. Like thinking. Not to get into the whole mind-body debate right now, but you don't really have to use your body for thinking, right? And you know, our technology is obviously so different than back in ancient Athens. We got planes, trains, and automobiles which require less use of our body. That being said, if you really want to defend Socrates' point, you might say that even using a car requires the movement of your hands on the wheel and your feet on the gas, so we can never truly escape bodily movements. Now this little section ends with a quote, a pretty famous quote actually, and although it's got that motivational energy behind it, it also can be analyzed pretty philosophically as well. Here it is. It is a base thing for a man to wax old in careless self-neglect before he has lifted up his eyes and seen what manner of man he was made to be, in the full perfection of bodily strength and beauty. To me, this speaks to a deep feeling that we hate. FOMO, the fear of missing out. Maybe it's impossible to become the best version of ourselves compared to the other versions of ourselves that exist out there, like in that one really good movie, but why not try? Why not attempt to be the best version of ourselves physically? For me at least, to see what I'd look like if I gave it my all would be a hell of a treat. Anyway, thanks for watching, subscribe if you enjoyed yourself, and comment below your thoughts. Even if you disagree, especially if you disagree. And you know, while you're down there, comment below your favorite protein powder. And with that, I wish you all a beautiful rest of your day.